remember the 1st. Remember July 1st, August 1st, September 1st, and then October 1st. Will be exactly 3 months. Till what? You'll see. You'll see on October 1st. I'm just stacking them up anymore. Did the whole month. See what I was going to get. It's still here. UPS isn't doing their job correctly. I just want everybody to know. My name's not Jobin Varghese. It's Robin Tees. But it's close. And I don't live at 2207. Alright? It clearly says 2209. I'm just saying. And there's going to be tile cutting sounds coming from that house over there later on. Surprised the garage door isn't open. Because I heard about these houses that they sell really quick when your neighbor gets offered cash, you know, like the postcard thing, and then when foreigners move in and they like to move across the street beside you, you know, anybody who's surveilled quite frequently, they tend to buy up their houses in a day. And that's what happened with my newest neighbors across the street. That I know they speak English, but I just hear moskis, boskis, moskis, kiskus, boskis, boskis, boskis. And they've been cutting tile now for, man, they moved in May 1st. May 1st. And it's almost 5 months. And they're still cutting tile. Now it's not like regular sounding cutting tile. It's, you'll hear. I'll go out there later on. It's you know, make U-turns in front. It's the kind of tile that is well, it's like something like that. Must be a hack cutting that tile. And on top of that, if I had somebody working on my house for that damn long, making noise, I don't know, 7 days a week, I would fire them. I just would. They get fired. They get fired quickly. So, I don't quite understand how much tile you can be cutting in a 5-month period. Like, maybe I should go over there and ask them. What do you think? Like, hey, what exactly are you guys doing still 5 months later? Are you tiling your walls in the living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, hall, basement? Are you tiling your ceiling too? Because you're constantly cutting. Well, I mean, it sounds like you're cutting tile, but it doesn't really sound like tile. But I know that that's the sound they're going for. I looked up on YouTube the most annoying sound. You know what it was? It was a tile cutter. Like a soundtrack tile cutter. Baby crying. You know, that type of stuff. And then there's this random video I seen that some girl was, she must have been paranoid. Said that her next door neighbor across the street from her, they bought, their new neighbor, they bought the house immediately, like as soon as it went up on market, it was bought. And these people in there, they always have the garage door open all hours of the day, lights on all night long. It didn't have any tile cutting noises. Just, she said that they must have been comedians because they were constantly laughing. There was a laughter in the house. Like, they must have been so. They were just probably excited that they bought a new house, or had a new house bought for them, or, you know, had a place to live, or a headquarters to stay at. And there's always just constant traffic, and it reminds me of my foreigner neighbors across the street from me, that since they moved in, the neighborhood's been a kind of well, it's not as quiet as it used to be, and it also because normally there's really like nobody walking around, and there's not much traffic going on, but there's always this commotion happening, and it's almost like they're actors or something. I don't know. It just, you know, maybe I'm just paranoid and my eyes are wide open and I just can't see straight through everything. That's probably what it is. I can't tell when people are pretending and acting as if they're doing something when they're really not. Because, you know, I have a brother that when he works for me, sometimes, you know, this is in the past, he would pretend that he's really, really busy, but nothing would get done. And I had a brother-in-law, same way, just constant movement, but nothing. When you turn around, it's like, well, what the hell are you doing? I don't even see anything getting done, but you look busy. I mean, it's like the art of mastering pretending to be busyness, I guess. It's Wawa. Talk about a headquarter. This is the headquarter. You know, for food when you want it. Now I know it's just an app, just an Uber app. I never used the Uber app before. And seeing that, because normally, you know, you put in GPS, it's you see where you're at. I mean, that's kind of creepy too, that they're just following you. I always thought it was creepy, but to actually order one and then watch it drive to your house. Yeah. I never played Pokemon, and I can only imagine that one headlight is out. How creepy that is too, because that's like that's more. The Uber is more like following you in your vehicle, and the Pokemon is more like following you. You know, when you have your tracking device on you, whether it's on your clothes tag from any stores, really, mainly Walmart, but when you have the embedded tag that they say is used for just to, you know, to track inventory. Not that they're tracking you when you're outside of Walmart to see where you're at, even your underwear. But for anybody that knows that they're being surveilled, and you can tell just by driving around, and, you know, stuff being moved around in your house if you haven't realized it yet. If you don't always have somebody home, and So for people that don't really, or actually the people that have caught on, and you see the theater, you see the drama played out, the street theater. Just understand this. These are the same people that take on the jobs of, you know, when you go to the haunted hayride, when the people try to cut out in front of you, or they try to walk towards you and look tough, or if they, as you're pulling out of a parking lot, they pull in front of you and then back up and pull forward, back up, pull forward, and then back up again, and like they're stuck. These people are haunted hayride workers. Just keep that in mind. That's all they are. Haunted hayride employees. So if anybody is scared of these people, just come on. You gotta imagine that they need attention. That's why they leave doors open. That's why they put the hoods up. That's why they put the blinkers on. That's why they put... It's just anything to get your attention. I mean, that's not really anything new. I'm sure people already have heard that, but... Because you wonder, man, this is so... It's so gay what they do. Because in the beginning, just like, you know, anything else, when you finally realize what's going on, it becomes annoying, right? It becomes exactly what they want you to be, is annoyed. And they also want you to pay attention to them. You know, because they got you under mind control. If you talk about it, you're under mind control. MK Ultra mind control, actually, to be quite frankly with you. So if you believe that MKTRSTH, MK Ultra, whatever they want, I don't even know what the initials stand for. Whatever you believe, well then yeah, they got you under mind control. And I keep doing these videos hoping that we could just get it on already. Let's get a move on with this plan, because it's getting old. Everything's getting old. I'm tired of doing videos, but I know since I have a channel up, I still got to do it, just to keep people updated on life situations. That way, if anybody goes through this, anything similar to what I'm going through at all, well, then you can laugh. You can continue to laugh at these people, because it's a pathetic living that you have to pretend that you're something or another. It's like these people are, most of them are, they want to be actors. They're the ones in the I gotta get away from this gas smell truck in front of me. They're the ones that are the extras in movies. They're the bad actors. Okay, Trump told us about these people. They're bad actors. That is true. They are bad actors, because you can tell. You can tell like this. But anyway, I feel like I've warned people enough about what I believe is getting ready to happen. And I could see how even good people, they get worn out with the whole God talk and the Jesus returning talk, and that he can come back any day now. No, he can't. All right, he already did. It already happened. It's just that the thief in the night thing. That's why he comes as a thief in the night. No, he's not coming to snatch people up, and you're going to be left behind. Not the way people think, anyway. It's just nothing is the way anybody thinks. So no, he can't possibly return any minute now. Everybody's going till whatever the plan is. Everybody's going until that plan gets interrupted. And the only one that's going to interrupt the plan is the Creator, the one that created us, because we didn't just appear out of nowhere on our own, and we can't create ourselves. We can't create anybody either. Maybe robots, but you can't create a human. So there's a big change getting ready to happen. And even people, like I said, good people, don't really believe in God, but understands that they do have a soul. Even they're getting worn out. Everybody's getting worn out. I'm getting worn out. I'm getting tired of talking. But I feel like if I don't, and I have a channel, well, then I'm just wasting my time. So I'll just point things out, you know, because I'm a tattletale. I'm a whistleblower. I'm blowing the whistle. Penalty, false start. False start, number 12 on the offense. 77-yard penalty, first down. That's all it is. I'm a referee. All right, I'm the referee in charge of this game, and I'm blowing the whistle because there's a lot of false starts that take place. A lot of people are off sides because they're trying to hold. They're holding. You know, they're holding on to information that they should be letting out there instead of you know, lying. There's a hell of a lot of illegal procedures that are taking place. And yeah, I'm trying to remember I haven't watched a football game so long, I can't even remember what the hell the penalties are. There's penetration up the middle, which, you know, that sounds a little, you know, with your tight end. Sounds a little gay. Yeah, just a little bit. Why do they gotta hike it like that anyway? Why does the quarterback have to have his hands underneath the center's ball sack to grab the ball? Why can't they just hand it to him? I mean, that would be less gay, right? But I guess that's the rules of the game there. So there's the offsides. There's encroachment. There's encroachment on the defense. The defense, you're getting awfully defensive, and you're approaching me too much. the offsides, approachment of defense, illegal procedures, false starts, pass interference. Pass interference. You're interfering with the passing of this knowledge of the elite's script. Did the elite write the Bible? Did the elite publish the Bible? Is God, the Creator, incapable of writing a Bible and giving it to us so we know how we ought to live? You know, that Bible is written so complex that how could anybody else be responsible for it besides God? Because when I look into the world and I look at the news and I see what they're up to, I see YouTube fake land where it's just getting worse and worse and worse because people are giving up. Real truth-telling people are just exhausted and they're tired and they get harassed and they give up, they quit. So that means that the more that give up, the more evil takes over and the more lies are spread. And the more disgusting it becomes. And that's why you don't want to talk to anybody or associate with anybody, because you just don't even know anymore. Then there's probably still some good people out there that are still trying to tell the truth. But it's not just one bad apple that ruined the bunch. It's a bunch of bad apples. That batch is just rotten. So I'm surprised the people that even still socialize and like there's a group that still believe in the rapture, and they're setting dates, and they kind of talk about each other through the videos. Yeah, I sometimes wonder about that part. How can you continue to set rapture dates? Rapture. You know, when you want to call Harold Camping a false prophet, that's fine. You know, it's supposed to be called that. But when he sets one rapture date and Christ comes as a thief in the night and you can't tell, you know, depending on your belief system, but I always stick with mine. I have faith all the way through. So when that one date comes by and you can't see what happened spiritually, that's one thing. But then to continue to set another date after another date after another, month after month, week after week, basically, month after month after month. You tell me that's not purposely done? You tell me that's not planted there so that can fulfill that Bible's prophecy? Because YouTube, people getting 2 billion people in the world out of 7.5 log in every day. So that means 2 billion people, whether they're looking for the news or not, it still will pop up in your feed. So these 2 billion people, almost a third of the population, well, that's where they get their news at, YouTube. And then the rest watch the mainstream media. Either way, it's media. And either way, they're lying their asses off through and through, day in and day out. I gotta check in on that hurricane, Helene. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard anything about it. I just still hear Florence, Hayride. But I'm going to continue to try to guess the script. I mean, that's what else can you do? You know it's a script. So try to guess what they're going to do. And I'm getting the same information out of the Bible too that they are. But I'm seeing also where the spiritual blindness comes upon people, where they just don't get it. They don't understand it.